It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hey, Ernie Johnson here, and I'm joined by Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. Welcome to the NBA on 2K Sports. And the pregame warm-ups wrapping up out there in Cleveland, where it'll be the Cavaliers against the Brooklyn Nets. Last outing for Brooklyn, they ended up with a win against Sacramento. A great win for them, and they rose to the occasion and pulled off the upset. Riding high right now. Guys, it might have taken some time for him to adjust to the NBA, but D'Angelo Russell becoming a force in the league. What do you think finally clicked for him, Shaq?
Well, one, he's getting the ball, and two, he was given more freedom and control on offense. And he's making more measured decisions on offense. He's not as sporadic as he used to be.
Learning how to say no. You know, being a point guard, you got to say no to some of the best players in the world. I can't get you the ball right now. And he's getting comfortable creating for others.
Thank you for joining us. We go courtside now. Kevin Harlan has the call.
And there is a buzz in the air in the sold-out Quicken Loans Arena. It's Wednesday Night Basketball, live on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. David Aldridge is on our sideline. Still out of the lineup is Kevin Love. They want him healthy. He's not ready yet.
Boy, you know when you lose a glass eater like him, Kevin, that puts more pressure and more responsibility on the whole team to kind of have to do it by committee. Everybody's going to have to go in there and up the ante when it comes to rebounding.
And David Aldridge is standing by for our pregame report. David, good evening.
Well, Kevin, LeBron James does not mind being a vocal leader. He said conflict was just part of the game for me growing up. I played outdoors, and if you didn't win, you might not play again for the rest of the day. Now I'm the leader of this team, and I expect nothing less than greatness out of all of us. I'm going to hold everyone accountable, including myself. Kevin?
And that's so great to hear, D.A. LeBron is a proven leader and champion, as we all know, expects to contend for a championship every year. And we can expect a low-scoring affair here tonight, as both these teams have strong defenses. Clark, what's it like to play in a grinded-out type game?
Well, nothing comes easy, and you know you're in for a physical battle. So you've got to have a high level of concentration and physicality, because you know nothing's going to be easy. Rebounding becomes much more important, too, because through rebounding, sometimes you can get some of those extra easy possessions.
All fueled up and ready to go. Brought to you by Gatorade. Let's check out who's on the floor. Setting the floor for the Nets. Russell and LeVert in the backcourt. Mozgov is out there with Payne, and it's George in at the 3 slot. Now here's Rose. On the wing, James. Holmes kicks to Bledsoe. Traps in the tray. Bledsoe's got the first 3 points of the night up on the board for Cleveland. It's George on the wing. Mozgov dishes to George. LeBron with the block. And they get it back. They grab their own miss. Goes up with it again. And it's LeBron James with the rebound. Cleveland's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Rose attacking, and it's in there.
And I tell you what, guys, I think that's the best part of James's game, and he's got a lot of good parts, but his vision is otherworldly.
Here's the screen. Picked by Mozgov. The shot by George. Wide open. A picture-perfect screenplay, and the jumper's good.
Boy, that was a rugged screen set there, fellas, and the defense didn't even try to go through that.
Here's James, and the dunk by LeBron.
And LeBron is a force rolling to the rim. When he's diving inside, he's looking for the punch.
And so just over a minute and a half played. Russell against Bledsoe. Russell kicks to Mozgov. Back to Russell. Mozgov sets a screen for Russell. 5 to shoot over Bledsoe. Again, Russell missing.
I think they got to get it going. A 1 for 5 start, not what they want.
Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give them 2 chances at the free throw line here. The Cavaliers shooting their first shots of the night from the charity stripe.
And their success rate on the season, right around 77%.
And this year, they haven't quite been able to maintain the free throw percentage they had last season. Textbook shooting from the stripe. Great form, soft release, mark it up.
To the inside, trying to find Mozgov, hits it to him. Another shot, and no good. So Cleveland will take it the other way. They put up a nice win against Detroit the last time out.
Just a terrific effort off the bench. Guys came in, they seemed fresh, and they all contributed.
Yeah, you need that juice, that gas coming off the pine. Always a luxury to have a deep bench. And when they can step in and play well, you're in good shape.
So it's Brooklyn now. Nets trail by 7. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
LeVert the pass to Russell. Outside, George. Good, and it's Russell picking up the assist. George has got 5 points so far.
Boy, the confidence that George brings to his game is also confidence that impacts and injects his teammates. He's a high-octane scorer who's ready to go as soon as the game starts and whenever he gets the ball.
And here's Bledsoe after Paul George getting his 3 to go. Holmes kicks to James. Here's Hernan Gomez. Paul George with the steal. LeVert the pass to George. Mozgov sets a screen for George. Mozgov up top, covered by LeBron. The shot by George, no good. The Cavaliers leading by 4. Right side Rose. Mozgov with the steal. Here's George, and George with the stuff.
Yeah, excellent determination there from George. This wasn't going to be denied. Fighting off the physical contact and nailing the shot over good defense.
Now here's LeBron. He's coming off a 31-point game against Detroit.
And his passing also off the charts in that game. In just about every aspect of their offense, he was dialed in.
Up top, Russell, guarded by Bledsoe. Passes to LeVert. Picked by Mozgov. 6 to shoot. LeVert the pass to Payne. Brooklyn gets it back in a new shot clock. Here's Russell. Goes up again. And it's finished off by Payne as he lays it in. Payne's got his first bucket of the night.
And you just hate to give up those second chance points.
Yeah, those are back crushers. I mean, they really crack your back when you give teams second shots like that.
Now here's LeBron. Great numbers on a nightly basis as he averages over 24 points a game. And for D'Angelo Russell, the former #2 overall pick in 2015 out of Ohio State. Greg, in your opinion, what makes him so special as a prospect?
I think it's all about his skill level. I mean, the league loves players who can handle, pass, and shoot. And he can do all 3 at an elite level. And he's not just a stationary shooter. He can hit pull-ups, a very good in-between game as well. Let's just see if he can continue his maturation process.
Picked by Mozgov. Here's LeVert. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead. The Cavaliers have gotten just 3 of their first 9 shots to go down in this game. Holmes sets a screen. LeBron dishes to Rose. Back to LeBron. Paul George with the steal. He's looking for Russell and finds him. Makes no mistake on the open jump shot. And an important part of every team's game, a look at the hustle stats for the Nets.
Well, I think the defensive aggressiveness on display here has caught him off guard. Playing airtight defense and coming up with the steal.
And one thing, Clark, I've noticed is how quick their hands have been. Thanks to that, they've gotten a lot of points off of turnover.
And, Clark, there are a lot of great scorers in the NBA, but do you think a handful of players are just impossible to defend?
There's only a few guys that are impossible to defend, and I think the most unguardable guy in the league is Kevin Durant. We've not seen anybody with his size, length, touch, speed, ball handling in all the time that I've watched the NBA. I mean, this is a 7-footer that moves like a guard, handles it like a guard, shoots it like a guard, and is 7 feet tall. There's nobody close to him in that regard. LeBron James, because of his physicality and speed and skill, would be second. But Durant, the most unguardable guy in the league.
Here's James. Paul George making his last shot. Bledsoe kicks to LeBron. Another miss by LeBron.
Boy, he's holding his team back. Really a hindrance. Can't make a thing. He's way off today.
Bledsoe against Russell. There's a good screen. Feeds to George. With the floater. And a rebound goes to the Cavaliers. I think Gomez has got 3 rebounds now in this one. LeBron against George. Outside Rose, expanding his range. That one dropped for his second bucket. Mark him 2 for 4.
And Rose has shown himself capable of knocking down that 3 when he's got some daylight.
And the first timeout called of the game for Brooklyn. This game coming on the heels of their win against the Kings.
Well, that was a very physical game, and I think that plays into their hands. So a lot of their points came at the foul line.
And it also led to a lot of foul trouble for some of the key guys they were up against. So we can't forget about that part of it either.
And a new group out there on the floor for the Nets. Here's Lynn. The scoring numbers have been solid for him. He's averaging just under 14 points a game. Pass to Hollis Jefferson. Here's Kilpatrick. Just 5 to shoot from the arc. Offensive rebound.
Loves the determination he showed there, getting himself into good position under the glass.
With the presence of mind to know just where the rebound was going to come down. Well timed.
And then the nifty touch to tip it in as well.
Here's Shumpert. And it's off from 3-point range. Outside, Lynn. Nice open look, but it's no good.
Can't get more open than that. No idea how he mistimed that mid-range shot. Maybe he was too open.
Goes up off the...
And there's no question that James is one of the best dunkers ever. A forceful finisher who loves showing off his athleticism.
Here's Kilpatrick. This game he had 10 points. Here's Hollis Jefferson. Cavaliers with the rebound. I think Gomez has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. LeBron passes to Hernan Gomez. In transition, here come the Nets. There's the killer 2-handed slam. Guys back and forth this first half.
And this could continue to go back and forth the entire way.
Picked his pocket. Here's Hollis Jefferson. James covering from 11 feet away. Black. It's good on the putback. And the Nets lead by 3.
Always better to be lucky than good when it comes to offensive rebound. And unless you're as good as he is, then those tip-ins are all about skill.
And here are the Nets. They're on a 17-7 run. And there's a whistle that goes on Iman Shumpert. That is his first foul of the game. Cavaliers on D. Outside, Lynn. 6 to shoot. Hernan Gomez grabs the miss. Hernan Gomez has got his 5th rebound in this one. Baldwin kicks to Shumpert. Throws down the alley-oop slam.
Absolutely the prettiest play in basketball, executed to perfection.
I don't think you'd get an argument there. Everybody loves the alley-oop.
Unless you're the team getting punched on. That would be the difference.
Here's Jerebko after the made shot from Iman Shumpert. Jerebko dishes to Lynn. Off the the screen, and the basket is good. Lynn's got his first points of the night.
Yeah, and, you know, Lynn is a smooth operator in the pick-and-roll, guys. Passing, shooting. He usually makes the right call.
Dishes it to Shumpert. Here's Baldwin, coming off a stellar performance against Detroit. We've got 1:08 left to play in the first. They get a hand on it. Hollis Jefferson, good. And now a 5-point Nets lead. The Cavaliers shooting in this first quarter around 38%. They're looking a bit creaky out there. There's the pass to Hernan Gomez. James, the pass to Shumpert. Once again off the mark by Cleveland. They have a chance to go 2 for 1 here.
Let's see how they play the clock.
There's a screen. Kilpatrick passes to Black, and he jams it with authority.
And nobody, guys, among the defenders stepping up to challenge him on that drive to the 10.
And Greg, he says, thank you very much, and sails in for the flush.
And those are the kind of sequences that tell you why the score is what it is.
Nikola Pekovic is checked in for Cleveland. Henderson comes in for James. So the wing on the left. Pekovic with a screen. Here's Baldwin. He hasn't scored yet. That, I'm sure, will change. Now in the scoring column with that deuce. 1 for 2 this game.
I tell you what, it's almost like stealing to watch how he plays the game from this seat.
Here's Lynn. It's deflected, and they're able to recover. And it turns out it's going to be a foul. He was hoping for a clean block, but the officials felt otherwise, so we'll see some free throws here. The Nets shooting their second and third shots at the line right here. The first free throw is good. Both shots good from the stripe. Here's Baldwin. Up top, Pekovic. 2 on the clock. That's short off the rim. And so it's the Brooklyn Nets holding on to an 8-point lead heading into the break. A terrific tempo and a great pace. The fast break has been a central part of their offense. We've got more NBA basketball coming your way in just a minute. And of course, as we've always seen with LeBron James, it's not just about the numbers, but his tremendous leadership.
I put all the pressure on me to be better and come through for my teammates. This is the position I put myself in. It's the position I put our team in. And as the leader and the guy that goes out there and make things happen, that's the way it's going to be.
Well, that there is straight talk from a man who does not pretend. LeBron James with a textbook example of how to take responsibility and lead.
And Kevin, that's why he is the king. He doesn't say, hey, I'm just one of the 5 guys. No, he knows who he is and what he has to do. Bottom line, he's the man. Climb on my shoulders, and I'm going to take you to the promised land.
Now the second quarter getting ready to start up. And taking a look at the Nets' performance here, guys, what jumps out to you, stats-wise?
I mean, a solid first quarter, especially looking at that plus turnover ratio.
Yeah, everything is sharp. I mean, nothing forced, precise passes, taking care of the ball. That's good stuff.
On the court right now, second quarter starting for the Nets. We've got Jeremy Lin, Jonas Jerebko out there with Hollis Jefferson, and it's Black in at the 5.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Yeah, you look across the board, it's actually sizing up, shaping up to be a great game. I mean, strong performances throughout, and they've really been strong on the glass.
Now here's Lynn. 10-point lead. This is their biggest. Hollis Jefferson passes to Black. Shot clock at 5. Here's Kilpatrick. Off target from outside. Cavaliers shooting poorly, just 35% so far. Here's Baldwin. He feeds it to Henderson. Baldwin kicks to Henderson. Here's the 3. But they'll get another chance. Right wing. And now approaching 2 minutes of action here in the second quarter. The dish now to Pekovic. Back to Henderson. Some nice passing by Cleveland here. The three. Hits it from three-point range. He's got 5.
That's the kind of D that you're not going to find success with, guys. They've got to get a hand in the face.
Pass to Hollis Jefferson. It's Black, top of the key. Outside, Lynn. Kilpatrick passes to Black. There's Lynn with the 3. Brooklyn working now with the new shot clock. Second chance shot. A nice shot by Black. Black's got 11 points.
Nice job exploiting that mismatch. Realized he had a smaller defender on him and went right to the mid-range jam.
Pekovic with a screen. Out to the wing. Shumpert dishes to Pekovic. Jacks up a 3. Got that one, and the Nets lead has been cut down to 6 on the bucket from Baldwin.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agenda.
Yeah, and it's really fun to see that kind of unselfishness. Really hard not to appreciate all the assists they've racked up.
Now here's Lynn. 9 points last game. Here's Kilpatrick. Tips it, controls the rebound, and puts it back up and in. And the Nets lead by 8.
And they continue to control the glass.
Guys, I think they've simply been the more physical team, and that's why they're ahead.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Guys, the league may have never seen a player with more control on and off the court than LeBron James. He is a superstar, a playmaker, a coach on the floor. Some say he's the GM. He even has a stake in a player agent business. LeBron says it's his dream to one day own an NBA team. Well, he's certainly getting some practice. Kevin?
No question about it, David. He's well on his way. As important a player as we've ever seen in basketball. Troy Daniels, he's checked in for Iman Shumpert. Frazier, he's checked in for Brooklyn. Here's Jerebko. And the Nets miss again.
No excuses, no explanations. I mean, got to sink that J from mid-range. Defense wasn't even paying attention to him. Come on, man.
Here's Baldwin. Right now, he averages nearly 23 points a game, a relentless offensive force. Frazier with it. He kicks to Black. Back to Frazier. They set the pick. There's the feed to Black. That's out of bounds. Brooklyn will retain possession. Let's check out the leaders in field goal percentage as a team. The Cavaliers, number 1.
Are just tremendously disciplined offensively, always looking for the best possible shot. That's how they've gotten that field goal percentage to skyrocket.
The Nets making a switch here. Mozgov, he's checked in for Tariq Black. Adrian Payne comes in for Jerebko. George is checked in for Hollis Jefferson. And it's LeVert in for Jeremy Lin. Here's Baldwin. And he goes up strong with one hand and flushes it down.
And no doubt they'd love to see him get a lot more of those opportunities.
And that deficit will go away quickly if he does, Greg.
Well, I like the way he capped off that drive. The one-hand hole punch. Boy, that's a devastating miss there. You got to convert on these easy layups deep inside.
And the Nets adding their own G League affiliate, the Long Island Nets.
Yeah, and the Nets franchise originally, remember, based in Long Island. So nice to have that homecoming. And, of course, with young talent development, so critical for this Nets organization. Having that minor league team in close proximity, very valuable.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight. And Clark, just how important to a team is it to have a veteran presence on it? Like, how did the vets on the Pacers help you when you were a rookie or a young player in the league?
You know what? I think it's invaluable, Kevin. I was a 21-year-old rookie. I left after my junior year at Ohio State. And veteran players, Herb Williams, had been there a year or two. And guys like Billy Knight and George Johnson, Butch Carter were around. And having those guys talk about what it takes, and we were a very young team and had young veterans, but still they were invaluable in terms of giving you an example of how to go about your business to be successful as a pro.
And George, here we go. And George with the stuff.
Great speed displayed by George on his way to the bucket. Devastating to the defense with those dunking skills of his.
Outside Rose. Passes to Baldwin. Now Holmes. Cleveland moving the ball around. Once again off the mark by Cleveland. Here's LeVert. He's covered by Rose. Kicks it to Frazier. The three from George. That one falls through. It's his sixth make from the floor this game. Now 6 for 10.
Well, when you start counting the ways that George can score, it's really impressive. There's so many different things he does to get the ball in the basket. And when you're defending him, it's really a matter of picking your poison.
Now, here's Holmes. 11 points for him in that last game against Detroit.
Yeah, excellent work on the boards that night. Always in attack mode, and that allowed him to get plenty of rebounds.
I'd love to see them impose themselves a little more on the backboard. That's a great way to find confidence. Always a surefire way to get back in the game.
Well, guys, they need to do something to reduce this deficit. We'll see if that's the answer.
Great quarter for him at the offensive end, trying to will his team back in the game.
Picked by Mozgov. And here's George for three. George missing again. The Cavaliers trail by 6. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Baldwin kicks to Holmes. And out of bounds as Brooklyn gains possession. And we'll examine here how the distribution has been between three-pointers and two-pointers tonight for the Cavaliers. Nets leading by 6. Frazier the pass to George. Inside, Mozgov. That falls. Nice feed that time from George. Mozgov's got his first 2 points.
Nice little move in there. The ever-developing skill set of Timothy Mozgov.
Here's Bledsoe. No good on the shot. A bit long that time. Brooklyn's gone 1 of 6 from three-point land in the second quarter. Less than 20%. But they've continued to let him fly. Holmes with the steal. Here's Baldwin, and he slams that one down.
And that was the play to make. Rose making the right read.
And for Brooklyn, they're shooting around 41% on the night. Frazier the pass to LeVert. Here's the triple. George, no good. The Cavaliers trail by 6. Daniels dishes to Rose. And he banks in the layup. Rose has got 7.
And how about the airtime improvisation from Derrick Rose? Able to hang and finish with a defender looming.
Nets shooting 38% in the second quarter. Offensively, they look a little bit confused. Very pretty alley-oop layup.
And he just big-boyed it right there. The height advantage he's got down low, really difficult for them to defend.
Timeout is called. First of the game for the Cavaliers. They traveled to Brooklyn last time they faced the Nets, and they came away with a win.
A huge margin of victory for them when these two teams squared off last, and they got scoring from up and down their lineup.
Yeah, the reserves, the guys coming off the bench, Greg, made their presence felt. And, of course, with their big lead, they were able to give the bench a lot of run.
Now here's Rose. 17 points for him last game against the Pistons in Detroit.
And a guy who's averaged as many as 7 free throws a game in his career. Rose knows how to get to the line.
This is his first chance at the line tonight.
At the line for 2.
And he makes the first. He's perfect from the line this time.
Hey, guys, this is the way to stay in the game. They're doing a masterful job from the line. Perfect this quarter.
Russell kicks to Mozgov. And a rebound goes to the Cavaliers. They'll be playing host to Miami for their next game. That'll be the latter half of this 2-game homestand. Back to James. basket is good. That's his 6th attempt at his 3rd make.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Yeah, I think they've got to ramp up the aggressiveness, Greg. I mean, if they don't, things are just going to get worse from here.
Now here's Mozgov. Looking at his numbers, he's averaging about 6.5 points a game. Clock at 6. Here's LeVert. The shot goes in. First of the night. He's 1 for 3 to start the game.
With this lead, they're playing confidently, showing a quick trigger from beyond.
Yeah, and perimeter shots, though, Greg, not really falling at a good clip here. So I think they may have to back out of that a bit and not settle for those jump shots.
And so here's Cleveland following the bucket by the Nets. James kicks to Rose. And it's off target. Not sure why he took that one.
Has not made another 3 since the one he drilled in the first, but still, you got to defend him from beyond the arc.
Shoots off the screen. Pulled the shot a little up, but the bounce goes his way. And now a 6-point Nets lead. And for D'Angelo Russell, the offensive talent is obvious. But it seems his defense, Clark, has a ways to go.
Well, he's got the package now. He's got good size. He's not a great athlete. He's a good athlete, but not an explosive, powerful athlete. I think he's got to get stronger. And the other pieces, he's got to really be about the mental aspect, the focus, and the consistent effort day in and day out to maximize his physical gifts.
Here's Payne. After Eric Bledsoe's score, here's George. The Cavaliers pull it in. Gomez has got 7 rebounds in the game. LeBron passes to Bledsoe. Outside Rose. Back to Bledsoe. Holmes sets a screen. LeBron drives in, and LeBron throws it down.
Yeah, I like how James takes it to the defense. Even if they're all over him, he just muscles it past them.
From deep, George. Good, and the assist goes to Russell. Russell's got 3 assists tonight.
Evan, there's no stopping him right now. I mean, he's locked in this quarter. This defense has to get the ball out of his hand.
And here is James. He's got 10. Pass to Hernangomez. Mozgov with the steal. Here's LeVert. From outside, off the mark. The Cavaliers trail by 5. And the Cavaliers pushing it up now. He muscles it in through the contact, and they call the foul. He's on his way to the free throw line.
And their shots are falling now with more regularity than we saw at first.
Well, it was a slow start, but they've gone from simmer to medium heat, and they're bordering on hot to close this gap.
Looking at who's out there now for the Nets. Tarek Black, he's checked in for Mozgov. Hollis Jefferson comes in for Adrian Payne, and it's Jeremy Lin in for LeVert. Now here's Lin. There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock to the game clock. Shumpert with some nice D.
No other way to put it. Just a poor shooting performance for him, but luckily his teammates have picked up the slack.
There's the pick. Fires the 3. And play stops as it looks like they call an over the back here.
Yeah, good box out. Keeps him shielded off and then draws the over the back call.
Discretion would have been the better part of valor there. That rebound you just got to let go instead of picking up the foul.
Lin. That one doesn't go. And the first half comes to a conclusion in a game that has been very close so far. Nets lead by 3. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks, Kevin. Here with Coach Teron Lue. Teron, what problems are you seeing out there?
Just we haven't made shots. We just got to relax and just got to keep playing.
Thanks for your time, Teron. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, thank you, David. And folks, don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of quarter number 3.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, everybody. Ernie Johnson here, along with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. Time to check out the first half of action. Paul George taking care of business in this one. He ended up with 19 points, 3 steals, and 2 assists. An extremely potent first 2 quarters for him. And from what we saw so far from the Nets, Kenny, what's your takeaway?
Well, their success was largely about second chance points. They crashed the offensive boards heavy in the first half. I love how they fight for every 50-50 ball like it's the last ball on earth.
Shaq, how do you think Cleveland played?
They ran their offense very well in the first half. There were almost no forced shots. It was good, smart basketball. The motion in their offense was terrific. They made those defenders work very hard. I like what I saw from them for the most part.
And that is just about going to wrap it up as the second half is moments away. Down to Kevin Harlan and the rest of the crew.
As we return to look at the corner of Euclid and East 6th in downtown Cleveland, just a few blocks from our spot here at Quicken Loans Arena. Welcome back, everyone. The second half about to get underway, and it's been a close one so far. You look at Paul George in this game, guys, he's been everywhere.
And through the first two periods, it seemed he got to the paint whenever he wanted to, just a slasher's mentality.
Yeah, you know, good things happen when he cuts to the rim, Greg, and you cut into the heart of the defense like that, makes things easy.
The third quarter now beginning. Both sides looking to pull away in the last half of the game. Here's Russell. We've got Hernan Gomez. LeBron James is out there with Holmes. Then it's Rose, and it's Bledsoe in at the point guard. That's the group starting the second half for Tyronn Lue. And Clark, when you think back to your career, what do you miss the most about playing in the National Basketball Association?
Well, you know, for me, Kevin, because my career was cut short due to injury, I missed the opportunity to see how good I could have been on a winning team, on a playoff team. Back in the early 80s, the Pacers were building towards that, and I never got a chance to be part of a playoff team. And the camaraderie you establish in going through the shared misery and joy of competing is something that's special and unique to sports, and you really don't find it in any other venue.
On the clock, and here's James outside. Mozgov grabs the board. Mozgov's got 6 rebounds now in the game. The Cavaliers trail by 5. Rose dishes to LeBron. Over George. The shot's good from LeBron. James has got 12 in the game.
And he's having one of those nights. LeBron putting on a show.
Russell kicks to George. Back to Russell. Mozgov, a screen on Bledsoe. It's Russell with the drive. Fouled in the act of shooting. A three-point play chance coming up.
And defensively, this is the opposite of how you want to start the second half.
Yeah, just a real lack of aggressiveness there right now. I mean, can't give up these types of layups to begin the quarter, Greg. I mean, that's a no-no.
LeBron against George. Out to the wing. LeBron outside to Holmes. Yes, and it's LeBron picking up the assist. James has got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. Third quarter of basketball, about a minute and a half in. And they double up Russell. Mozgov sets a screen for Russell. Loses his man off the screen and lays it up and in. Russell's got 5 points now in the quarter. James, the pass to Rose. Another 3 for Cleveland.
The second half has started quite well. They've been good on 3 of their first 4 attempts.
Got a piece of it, and stolen by James. For the lead, another 3 for Cleveland.
The defense a step slow. You can see the results.
Greg, that's 3 in a row from out there now, so they've got to do a better job contesting.
Now, here is Russell. He's got 9. Outside, George. Baseline jumper. Jump shot is good that time. George has got 21 in the game.
Hey, all the defense can do is get a hand up on George. I mean, he's an elite talent who can make contested jumpers a lot of times. So you can't get your head down. This guy can really put it in the basket.
Russell against Bledsoe. Russell dishes to George. And there's the pass to LeVert. Back to George. Here's Payne. That one's not going to go. James with some nice D.
Yeah, but they're 3 of 4 to start the second half.
Rose. Good, and the assist goes to LeBron. LeBron's got 6 assists now in the game.
No doubt about the consistency when it comes to scoring the basketball for him tonight. A real nice lift for their offense.
Now, here is Russell. He's been playing a big part of their offensive scheme, averaging around 15.5 points a game. And George kicks to Mozgov. And Bain now top of the key. Clock is at 3. And here's George for 3. Rebounded by Holmes. Holmes got his 3rd rebound on the night. They set the pick. Left side Rose. And Bledsoe has it in the corner. Trying his luck deep. Rose can't hit. Nets have gone 3 of 5 to start the second half, developing a nice rhythm out there. And George kicks to Russell. Picked by Mozgov. Fires the 3. Rebounded by Holmes. Cleveland's gotten the three-pointer to fall to the tune of 50% here in the third quarter. They've made 3 of 6. Bledsoe kicks to Holmes. Some nice passing by Cleveland here. LeBron passes to Holmes. And out of bounds as Brooklyn gains possession. And a moment here to look at where the shots have been coming from for the Nets.
Well, that is what it looks like when you are in the zone. He's been very efficient with his scoring and is leading the way for his team on offense. With every make, you can see the confidence growing. And I don't think he'll slow down anytime soon.
Payne kicks to Mozgov. The shot from 20 feet away. And, yep, finally drops after rolling around the rim. Payne's got his 2nd bucket tonight as we approach the 4th quarter. Still anyone's ballgame.
Yeah, neither team.
Mercy, mercy me. LeBron James throwing it down is a thing of beauty. An incredible athlete who makes dunking look as easy as it can look.
That was a great angle we just saw, courtesy of Under Armour. Another Unleash Chaos moment. Cleveland gets it back. Bledsoe outside. Over to the wing. From deep, Rose. And it's out of bounds. The Nets will take it the other way.
And let's check out stats for James. The past month has been surreal. 7th in field goal percentage, 10th in scoring, and he's in the top 20 in assists per game. His talent for creating easy buckets for his teammates, such an asset.
And back to his phenomenal efficiency from 3, top 10 in the league. His consistent shooting creates so many openings in the defense.
And you know what? You can't get a better screen. Frees him up beautifully, but he just fails to capitalize.
Clearly a frustrating missed opportunity there. Perfect screen, got him the space he needed, but he bricked it.
And I love the momentum he's building. Last game, he was just as dominant.
Yeah, I concur. I mean, definitely on the roll right now. Seems like everything he's throwing up is going down.
Back to Bledsoe. From about 16. Good work there as it goes. Bledsoe's got 9.
This has just been back and forth all game.
Boy, it's been fun to watch. Both teams trading shots and trading leads. Boy, it's been tight, neck and neck down the stretch.
Timeout called, the Nets. In addition to going over the game plan and making whatever necessary adjustments have to be made, Greg, this timeout also the time for players to get rehydrated or hydrate for the first time with some Gatorade. Plenty of basketball still to be played here, and they have to get recharged.
That's a great point. Without proper hydration, a player can completely run out of gas down the stretch of a game. And that's something that none of these guys can afford to have happen. If you're going to battle all the way to the finish, you have got to be hydrated.
There you go. Relentless pursuit of the ball. I love it. He never stopped working.
Baldwin the pass to LeBron. It's 3-pointers off the mark. For Brooklyn, they've gone 6 of 14 since halftime. A little cold from the field. There's the pick. George up top. That doesn't go either for George.
And he's been way off the mark this quarter. It's been ugly.
Really hard to think of a more impactful perimeter defender than PG, Paul George. I mean, his combination of size, athleticism, and technique enabled him to smother the opposition at times.
So it looks like the Nets will retain possession here. Let's use this break in the action to show you the teams that in the last 10 games have been the NBA's best fast break teams. Second, the Cavaliers.
I mean, tough to maintain this kind of pace over an entire season. But let me tell you, they are really running right now.
The Nets making a switch here. Jerebko's checked in. And the basket by Kilpatrick. And Paul George, a lockdown defender at 6'9", Clark 6'10". He has the foot speed to stay with players a foot shorter.
Yeah, he's a very unique defender with his size, length, and speed and athleticism. Gets around screens, doesn't get screened. He can recover the shooters. I mean, he's the real complete package at the defensive end.
Brooklyn leading by 3. Now Lynn. They set the pick. Out to the right wing. Pass to Hollis Jefferson. The Nets working the ball around now. 5 to shoot. Trying to break that ice-cold streak. Lynn's shot is off.
I'm a fan of anybody who defends that way. I mean, they weren't about to open the door and just allow him to cruise in for a layup.
Takes a 3. Hands it from downtown. He's got 8.
And defensively, you have got to extend to their shooters. They have been on fire this half.
Well, you know, the D just hasn't been there for real. I mean, these shooters are getting any perimeter shot they want. It's a bunch of warm-up jump shots out there.
Here's Jerebko, and they wasted no time getting those 3 points back. And the Nets lead by 3.
Now, you know, how do you guard that, Kevin? A big guy with a nice touch from outside, I mean, that's really hard to match up against.
From deep LeBron, Brooklyn with the rebound. They've led by as much as 10. They'll host the Denver Nuggets after this one. That game will be a quick pit stop before hitting the road again. Passes it to Baldwin. Back to James. Lets the 3 fly. It's good. That's 8 baskets for him now. 8 for 15 shooting.
Man, it's so good to see LeBron James rise up with confidence from deep. That's a part of his game that he continues to improve on, and it's actually become quite efficient.
Here's Jerebko. Feeds to Lynn. It's stolen by Iman Shumpert. Now Cleveland moving it up. James outside. And it's blocked.
The 7'2" wingspan of Hollis Jefferson paying off right there. His defense can be suffocating.
Lock at 6. There's the pick. LeBron kicks to Hernan Gomez. For the lead, it's good from long range. Now it's a 3-point Cleveland lead.
They've given up a lot of 3-pointers here today.
And their defensive rotations have been non-existent.
Pass to Kilpatrick. Here's Hollis Jefferson. Now the pass to Kilpatrick. That's tipped.
Tell you what, Kevin, it would be helpful if he would start to contribute a little more on offense, because when he's missing, it makes it really hard for this team.
And the Cavaliers with possession here. 3-point lead. A nice shot by Baldwin.
Oh, great ball movement there.
We've got 1:13 left to play in the third. Timeout called. The Nets. Look at LeBron James. He's really been playing well.
He's getting to the rack all game, and if they can't do a better job of keeping him out of the paint, they're in for a long night.
for the Nets. Mozgov comes in for Tarek Black, and Tim Frazier subbed in for Urebko. Now here's Frazier. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game.
The screenplay worked ideally there, and I'm not talking about the screenplay you see in a movie theater. Gave him more than enough room to get that shot off.
Here's Baldwin. 3-point lead. Shots good by Hernan Gomez.
And not quite as aggressive from outside as they were in the first half. Sticking to the high percentage shots, playing smart with the lead.
Brooklyn's gone a less than productive 2 of 6 from three-point land in the second half. 40 seconds left to play in the third. Kilpatrick off the mark there with the three-point shot. The Cavaliers leading by 5, and the dunk by James.
And how about breaking out the Statue of Liberty on that dunk?
A nice way to pad that lead a little more. You're right.
Yes, indeedy. Well done.
Now here's Frazier. Here's Mozgov. Hits some rim on the way in, and the bucket's good. Mozgov's got 6 points.
Showing excellent focus that time. Mozgov converts against good defense.
Wow, and that sort of showmanship is just deflating right now to a team trying to get back into a game like this.
Ouch, Greg, that is definitely an emphasis jam. A big apostrophe or exclamation point, maybe even a question mark.
And guys, I know there are a lot of questions right now defensively for the...
Oh, he hits it! How about that shot?
Big time! Big time!
Incredible!
Wow, what a miracle heave to finish off the quarter. How'd he get that one to go?
I don't know, but I think that's a 2% shot. He'd make 2 out of 100 of those if you gave them to him.
And here at the end of the third quarter, it's a double-digit ball game. Cleveland ahead, up 10. It's the NBA on 2K Sports from Quicken Loans Arena. Just 1 quarter left in regulation. Welcome back, everyone. Thanks for tuning in. The Cavaliers leading by 10. On the court for the Nets, getting the fourth quarter going. We've got Hollis Jefferson. Frazier is out there with Jeremy Lin. Then it's Mozgov, and it's Kilpatrick in at the small forward position. Frazier outside. Pass to Hollis Jefferson. Whoops, anticipated the pass. Turnover. And there's the foul. It's on Tim Frazier. That is his first foul of the game.
I mean, I like the call. I thought the defense was just there a little late.
Yeah, it looked like it. I mean, he kind of slid underneath as he got to the spot, too.
James outside. He gets that one. James has got 14 points now in the second half.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Well, I agree with you. 4 of their last 5 baskets have been exactly of that variety.
And stolen by LeBron. And the Cavaliers pushing it up now. Mozgov with the block.
Timing and sneaky athleticism, Kevin, allowed Mozgov to get to that shot.
Frazier dishes to Lin. Hernan Gomez grabs the miss. Cleveland leading by 12. Down low, Mozgov with the steal. About a minute and a half into the fourth quarter now. Here is Frazier. It's tipped, and he's able to get it back. And they'll keep possession. Passes it to Kilpatrick. Good, great play set up by Frazier. Kilpatrick's got it back down to single digits for the Nets. To the right side. Here's Baldwin. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Baldwin's got 20 points.
That gives him his second 3 of the half with 3 total for the game.
It's Mozgov, high post, from 11 feet away, and it's good, 2 points.
Excellent awareness there, zipping the ball over to the perfect spot to score.
Pass to Baldwin. Outside Rose from deep three-point range. They grab their own miss. LeBron passes to Rose. No good with the triple. Nets trail by 10. And the pass to Kilpatrick. Lynn with it. Pass to Kilpatrick. Launches it. It's rebounded by Cleveland. Hernan Gomez has got rebound number 15 here tonight. The kick out to Rose. Passes it to Hernan Gomez. Back to Rose. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Cleveland needs to get a shot off here. It's good. Hernan Gomez has got the lead up to 12 now for the Cavs.
Good job putting the pass in front of him, throwing it where he's supposed to be, not where he is, paving the way right to the bucket.
Timeout called, the Nets. Look at LeBron James. He's really been playing well.
I think that's a critical timeout too, Kevin. I mean, they need to find a way to slow him down, shut him down, because he's tearing them apart right now.
Richaun Holmes, he's checked in for Baldwin. On the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, during that last break, Kevin, I got a chance to hear what Brooklyn's head coach said to the team. He told them flat out, we are turning the ball over too much, guys. We can't keep making the hero ball play. Slow it down, run the offense, and make the safe pass. Back to you, Kevin.
I love the hard-nosed attitude of Mozgov. Earns himself a bucket, plus the trip to the line.
And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for the Cavaliers.
Guys, the passing we've seen from them has been tremendous. Very unselfish.
Yeah, but also they haven't missed a beat in terms of their fast break game. That's been equally as effective all night long.
Over to the left wing. Outside Rose. At the top of the key, Hernan Gomez. From deep, James. It doesn't go for him. George with the defensive effort. Ball stolen. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up. That's on Adrian Payne.
Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
And, you know, the defense gets their money's worth on that foul. Stopping the layup and not giving up the and one.
And he knocks down the first one. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. Nets trail by 11. Picked by Mozgov. Russell kicks to Mozgov. LeBron against George. Shot clock at 6. Shoots from the high post. Hernan Gomez grabs the miss. Hernan Gomez has got his 16th rebound on the night. LeBron kicks to Hernan Gomez. Some nice passing by Cleveland here. There's the pick. And here is LeBron. Over George. Here's Holmes. Once again off the mark by Cleveland. Nets trail by 11. And they're running. And it's Russell missing.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
And out of bounds as Brooklyn gains possession.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
Here is Russell. Picked by Mozgov. Russell kicks to Mozgov. Here's Payne. Misses off the right iron. Cleveland leading by 11. Pass to Holmes. Right side Rose. He's guarded by Russell. Connects from three-point range. 19 points in the game.
And when he gets it going, this is what can happen. They need to think about the double team now.
Mozgov sets a screen for Russell. The pass to LeVert. There's the three. Good, and the assist goes to Russell.
And as they're trailing in this game, they're trying to stay in it with the triple. They're shooting a lot more of them than they did in the first half.
Hernangomez passes to James. Stolen by George. Here's LeVert. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot two.
And even though they're down, they are putting on a show at the free throw line.
Yeah, they're making the most of their opportunities at the stripe, and they'll need to keep it up to take the lead.
And you look at Karis LeVert, 6'7", about 200 pounds. Clark, what's his best position?
I think he's just a player. Combo guard is probably what you would categorize him as. He can handle it, he can pass. He's slim, but I think he can play some small forward too. I mean, this is a guy that I think could be comfortable at 1, 2, or 3 as he continues to develop.
Nets trail by 10. Russell kicks to George. And it's Payne in the corner. And the lead is down inside single digits. Guys, some great passing from him.
Yeah, everybody's touching it, and you're starting to see the assists pile up because the rhythm is on display offensively.
He's guarded by Russell. Back to Hernangomez. Down to 5 on the shot clock. On the wing, James. The offensive rebound. Out left to the wing. Goes back up. And he makes the bucket. Drew contact and gets the whistle too.
Man, you got to respect and appreciate how polished LeBron is inside. I mean, he really excels at creating opportunities for himself close to the rim.
And the Cavaliers making a change here. Bledsoe's checked in. And Clark, when you played the NBA with still mostly American players, now the game is truly global with players from all over the world. How do you think that has changed the NBA?
Well, I think it's enhanced the NBA's product on the floor because, again, you're getting the best players in the world that are competing in the NBA with the international influx. I think it's added to the global popularity of the league without question. The NBA is clear in that we're going far and wide across the globe to find the best players to play in the best league in the world, and I think that's healthy and good.
Drops in the tray. Bledsoe's got the lead up to 14 now for Cleveland.
And certainly they are not hesitating, letting it fly from deep here in the second half.
And, Greg, I have no problem with that. As a matter of fact, I hate to see teams get conservative with the lead. As long as they're good shots, take them. And as long as they're falling, continue to take them.
Here's LeVert. Rebounded by Holmes. Holmes got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Hernangomez passes to Holmes. Outside Rose. And again, it's Cleveland.
And it's been about that execution offensively. I mean, they have been superb.
Yeah, and you know, the ball moves faster than anybody's can, so that great ball movement and decision-making, they're making all the right moves, Greg.
To the paint, the kick out to LeBron. Bledsoe sets the screen for LeBron. Back to Hernangomez. Rose dishes to James. Over George. Hits the front of the rim and out.
Boy, Kevin, he just clanked that one. I mean, surprising because the defense wasn't really in the picture.
Here's the screen. Picked by Mozgov. Payne with a screen for George. Here's Mozgov. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact and he'll shoot two.
In the paint, that's where Mozgov generates most of his offense. Now he'll go to the line.
And that one misses. And the second free throw, good. And stolen by Payne. And Russell gets it to go.
Getting more comfortable attacking inside is Russell. Nice job, D-Russ.
Bledsoe kicks to Hernan Gomez. And, yep, that's going to be a flagrant foul. Unnecessary contact.
And, Kevin, that's a pretty dangerous play right there. I mean, I don't like to see a player put an opponent in harm's way, as much as you just saw him do there. Glad they pinned a flagrant on him.
Yeah, you're right, Greg. The officials were all over it. They weren't going to let him off the hook that time. Good on both.
Thank you, Cleveland!
LeBron against George. 1:57 left in the game. Whistle on the play. Bucket's good. He'll go to the line.
Boy, a nice show of strength that time from Paul George, absorbing the hit and still carving out space to get the shot to go down.
Find the lane. Find the lane. No shot.
The Cavaliers leading by 10. 1:44 left in the fourth. To the middle. Hernan Gomez passes to LeBron. There's a good screen. Bledsoe dishes to Rose. Here's Hernan Gomez. Mozgov with the block. The feed to Russell. Pass to LeVert. Picked by Mozgov. LeVert the pass to Payne. It's deflected. They recover it. Second shot opportunity and can't hit the shot. But they're saying he got hacked, so he'll head to the free throw line. First free throw is good, and that brings them within single digits. Payne hits them both. 1:09 left in the fourth. He dents the rim with a two-handed slam. Wow.
And at this point, just sort of running through the paces, as it appears it'll be a nice win here for the Cavaliers.
Look at their number of assists.
You know, they didn't get stuck in those one-on-one situations, and they got the ball to the guys with the best matchups. Easy drives, open jumpers, and great ball movement.
So looking at the season total, this will be their 17th win.
And as we get set to put this one to bed, a one-sided season series thus far. They've won 2 straight.
Yep, but 2 more to go before the end of the season, and they'll obviously be very confident heading into those 2 games.
And something we've come to almost expect is greatness from this guy. Such an overall great performance it was for LeBron.
A big part of their success was his ability to keep the ball moving, finding guys when they would flash open.
For the Cavaliers, Nikola Pekovic is checked in for Hernan Gomez. Henderson comes in for James. And it's Troy Daniels in for Derrick Rose. A chance now to recognize our Jordan player of the game, LeBron James.
And Kevin, it's a no-brainer. He's controlled every aspect of this game, and it's just so fun to see a player perform at a level that's just higher than anyone else out on the floor.
He sure has given this crowd a treat tonight. This kind of performance only cements his status as a fan favorite. A different look now for Cleveland. Hernan Gomez is checked in for Nikola Pekovic. James comes in for Gerald Henderson. And Derrick Rose is subbed in for Troy Daniels. 35 seconds left to play here in the fourth. The kick out to Rose. James against George. James, the pass to Hernan Gomez. Shoots over Mozgov. He is hauled in by Paul George. Out to the right wing, and it's Mozgov at the elbow. Out outside for George. For the three, nails the tray.
Hey, you know that George is going to take the shot when the game is up for grabs. I mean, that's who he is, and that's what's expected of him. He's an exceptional decision maker in these situations, which makes it even more obvious.
We see the Cavaliers get the win here. They didn't make it easy on themselves or their fans, but in the end, everyone's satisfied.
I mean, there were some times that momentum shifted, and especially early on, but let's give this group a lot of credit for that stick-to-itiveness in terms of finishing out and executing that game plan.
It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks very much. LeBron, what did you work on this offseason and add to your game?
Just wanted to come in this season more complete basketball player. Playing inside, playing outside, coming off pick and roll, shooting, and also making plays for my teammates, which I love to do. And it's good to get a great win on our home floor versus a very, very good team.
Great effort tonight, LeBron. Thanks for your time. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching the NBA on 2K Sports. So long.